Good morning, it's Gordon at I Dig Vinyl here, back with a quick video. This is an update on my vinyl detox. Started 2 weeks ago and I told myself and I committed to the VC that I'm going to go 6 weeks without buying records. I came to the conclusion that my hobby was becoming more of a habit. So this video here is a little update. How have I got on? What have been the pitfalls? Any triggers, any tribulations have I cracked? I'll let you know in a wee minute or two, but first of all, I'm out for a little walk. I'm heading down to a local market. There might be records there, I might be tempted. Let me show you a wee bit about my environment and I'll let you know how I got on. That's me back from the market. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of footage from down by the river. Scotland in springtime is a fantastic sight. We all appreciate it so much when the sun comes out, particularly because we have just had what seems like 3 months of rain, hail, smurr, drucket, nastiness, who knows what to call it. Anyway, we've got blue skies just now, so it's great to get out and about. Down at the market there were no records. I've got 3 records here that I'm going to show, but they're part of my existing collection because I'm pleased to say, from my point of view, my detox continues. So what I'm going to do, I'll update you how I've been getting on. I think I've successfully navigated a couple of real tempting points. I'm kind of going through one at the moment in terms of my detox journey, but I'll talk to you about that. So basically, what have I been doing? So 2 weeks in, I found that I'm moving away from the temptation that I had on a daily basis to scroll around looking for my next target. In fact, at the moment, I feel like I don't really have a next target in terms of the next record that I want to buy. That is an unusual feeling, because generally I've been going from one to another, to the next, pretty constantly, I would say, for several years. So I'm taking that wee circuit break just now. No targets. One of the big benefits is actually simply enjoying what I currently have. And I've been thinking about that for a wee while, but I've got loads of records in my collection that I've barely listened to. So I suppose I could show a few of them that I've been enjoying, like completely new things to me over the last few weeks. I've got 3 here, 3 quick ones to show. No particular order. The Hard Quartet, self-titled debut from 2024. Hold on, my son is shouting on me. Okay. So one of the biggest benefits I have noticed is simply getting to enjoy the records in my collection like I've never been able to do before. If I was always thinking about what's next, constant stream of records coming into the house meant not enough time to really enjoy them. So that's okay if I'm just about building a collection, I suppose. But right now I am a listener more than a collector, I would say, and I'm going to see how long that continues. So go back to the Hard Quartet. A great one that I don't know if I've seen too much in terms of on the VC, but very quickly just to show it. Hard Quartet is, I guess you could call, a kind of super indie super group. This is their self-titled debut from 2024. Great album. Hard Quartet is Matt Sweeney, Jim White, Emmett Kelly and Stephen Malkmus. So a huge esteemed indie history there, and this is a great album. It's a massive piece. I think we've got something like 16 songs, so two records. It's on kind of cool minty green vinyl, but more importantly than that, the music's great. So I think all of the guys take a turn to sing. Songs are a really cool blend of sort of grungy, lo-fi, indie stuff. Really cool, and it's one that's been sitting on my shelf, pretty unloved for far too long. So this is one of the ones that I've been listening to in my detox, and sort of deliberately mixing it up. I've pulled out some other stuff that's probably not been listened to enough. A wee bit of Herbie Hancock here. I think this is Herbie's third. I don't know if it's his third album on All Things Considered, or his third on Blue Note, but really cool. I like to dabble into the jazzy waters from time to time, and again this was another one on my shelf for too long. I like the blend of it's Osvaldo Chihuahua Martinez bringing the Congo and the bongo for a bit of a kind of Latin flavour, which is really cool, backing up Herbie's amazing piano playing here. He was dead influenced by Miles Davis at this point. I think he was about to be much more influenced as he went on his sort of free jazz, leading into cool jazz funk fusion all the way through. But I think this is a cool album, and I've been listening to this quite a lot. Other one that's been on heavy rotation, I'm glad I've been giving this a bit of attention. I got it a wee while ago. It's the Chesterfields. Chesterfields, if you don't know them, band from England. This is their debut album from '87. It's called Kettle, and this is just the most catchy. It's perfect for this weather. It's super catchy, jangly, guitar-y, indie music. Pretty much all the same kind of style. Very upbeat, mega upbeat, jangly guitar pop. Probably, if you think of the poppiest elements of the Smiths, combined with stuff like the House Martins, maybe the very early, most kind of poppy REM, that kind of stuff. It's really great. This is from '87, as I said, and there's 12 tunes here, all very upbeat, all very kind of bouncy. Great. So I've been enjoying that as well. Okay, so some of the hurdles that I've managed to successfully so far overcome, that I think I would have certainly been bringing records into the house by now normally. Got past record store day. It's been good to watch different videos of the various activities, various experiences that people have had around record store day. I think I would have probably gone to my local record store had I not decided to go on a detox. I think I would have possibly bought some records that I only impulsively really wanted, and I might not have listened to them in any great depth. I don't know. There were certain ones that I really wanted to get, like, particularly the Ian Brown, but who knows. So I've spared myself that. The other major hurdle that anyone who does a detox will need to get past, which I'm currently at, is payday weekend. So payday weekend, for me, that would be one of my peak points to go and buy records. I'm 2 days past payday. It's payday weekend. I've still not crumbled. I don't feel like I'm going to, because I want to kind of ride this out for the duration, and see how it sort of changes my buying habits, or even my listening habits, because that's what's happening at the moment. I do think, to be honest, that my hobby had definitely moved into the terrain of being a habit, and I think I've been a bit, I'm someone who knows what it's like the difference between a hobby and a habit. If you get up in the morning and you are thinking about buying a record, is that a hobby? If before you go to sleep you're thinking about buying it, is that a hobby? Is it a habit? Don't know. It certainly reminds me of other kind of habits. So don't go cold turkey. That's not the way. What I'm finding is I'm enjoying the music that I own. So I've got that's like my nicotine patch. I've got my own stuff there. Keeping myself busy. I'm actually offline a bit more or certainly not scrolling in the sites that I used to. I am, what am I doing? I'm watching movies. Found that I've not watched so many movies in the last few years as I have done in the last couple of weeks actually, so I'm doing that. I am going back to one of my other big habits, which is chess. I'm proud to say that I love chess. I play a lot of online chess. Here's my handle if there's any other chess players out there in the VC, because I bet there probably will be. If you want to look me up, I'm always up for a game. I think I'm on a something like 600 day streak, so there's a different habit, which is very inexpensive. So there's chess, there's movies, there's the music that I've already got, and just keeping busy like that. So the detox is going well. I'm feeling good so far. I've actually got a month to go though, so I think things might get a bit more dangerous over the next 4 weeks or so. So far, so good. If any of you are thinking of doing a detox, it'd be great to hear from you. I think there were a few comments from some the last time. It was great to hear. I felt not alone in my hobbying, habiting kind of environment from some of the great stuff that people have got back to me on. So I'll not take up any more of your time. It's a beautiful day. Hope it is where you are. Enjoy the music.